If ransomware suddenly hits your environment, trust me, every second matters. Let me show you what I would do as an incident responder. Hi guys, this is day one of our 5-day series, How I Would Respond to Incidents as an Incident Responder, featuring Cybernova Academy. Let's get straight into it. So this is the scenario, paint it in your head. A user comes to you and says, oh, their systems, their files have been encrypted, and a ransomware note pops up, something that looks like this. What do we do? First of all, as incident responders, let's map it to MITRE attack. Let's understand how the attackers are thinking, because you need to know your opponents to be able to defeat them better. So, as we can see, there's an initial access getting into our system. There was an initial access. There was execution of the malware, the ransomware. Then the impact being our encrypted files, the impact being the ransomware on its own, because now we cannot use our files. Now let's get straight into the processes in an incident response. Mind you, we've gone through the detection phase. Detection phase meaning we found out that, oh, this is a ransomware. We've also gone through the preparation stage, which I did not cover in this video. Now we're going to enter containment. First of all, we want to isolate that system. We want to remove it from our network. We want to stop. Our aim is to stop this ransomware from further getting into our systems, because one thing about attackers is that they want to be persistent. They want to escalate. They want to have privilege escalation. They want to do lateral movements. So we have to stop it at that point so that it does not infect our other systems. I know that we say, oh, let's do investigation, but the first thing should be pausing that activity of the attacker. So that's the first step, containment. After containment, we move to eradication. Now we want to remove the malware. Now we want to remove the ransomware from our system, from our environment. So we have to also find the entry point. How did they get access to our system? Because finding the root cause allows us to prevent reoccurrence. So we find this out, we eradicate all the ransomware and malware from our systems and our network. Then we go over to recovery. Based on our preparation phase, where we have our backups, we can now in this recovery phase use our backups, our clean backups, and restore our systems. We also have to validate for the integrity of these backup systems, because we do not want a case whereby that malware has also affected our backups, though unlikely, but it is possible. Then we want to monitor for reoccurrence. We want to monitor to see abnormal behaviors in our systems in case they still have a foothold, in case they have persistence. Meaning, when we did our reboots, when we did our eradication, it didn't go, the malware didn't go. So we have to monitor to ensure that it is not there anymore. Then we move over to the next step where we talk about lessons learned. So this is post incident, after the incident has occurred. Mind you, we document everything because we have to have a train of evidence. We have to ensure that we properly keep them, because you have to use it during this phase, this lesson learned phase. You also have to use it when regulatory bodies ask for it. So now we also learn about, oh, what happened? What was the flaw in our security systems that enabled, that allowed for the ransomware attack to occur? So knowing the flaw, you find the root cause, you do the 5 whys, so you know what happened, and so you can improve your security posture so it doesn't happen again. This is the whole process. This is basically what it entails. So I want you to have muscle memory of these activities, of these processes, because when an incident occurs, nobody's going to sit down and be looking through a playbook to know what to do. You have to have it up here. Though through practice it gets better. That's why I said it's better to practice and not be theory based, which is what we do at Cybernova Academy. We go through the phases, we do practicals on them so that it sticks in your head. So lastly, I'll also say that when an incident occurs, it could be this ransomware that we're talking about. It could be our day 2 incident, which is phishing. So stick around to see what it is. Come back tomorrow, yes. So it could be any of them, but I would advise that you stay calm, because it's when you are calm that you can make appropriate decisions. See you tomorrow for day 2.